incredible performance at Mid-Season Invitational, being the highest placing EU rep there, trying to deal with the absolute monsters of South America when they showed up. We're going to see things start off here. Also,
dude, Machete's loadout's making him look like
a
I was
saying, yo, he looks awesome.
This is and like, we have Blaze that's it's just
yo,
like
Drip Game is actually kind of on fire going on between both of these two. Start things off. Now something is with all the increases to Greatsword, a lot of we were looking at promise from it, but we're seeing free promise coming already out of Machete's start.
all right, Neutral comes through to stop Machete. Look at that, just cackling as he rides the waves there on that side signature. Hasn't got the stock just yet, but that falling there to recovery will be a quick early stock coming up from Machete, as it's been all off the back of the Greatsword. So interesting thing, when it comes to every region, there's a player that I feel like is like a legend specialist, where their play style is having a lot of characters that they're very good at. Yep. And Machete is that player here in Europe. But Greatsword is something that, since Jaehoon was released, I haven't really seen Machete play too much. So seeing him here over the Mako and doing so well is so fascinating. Let's see what Blaze is able to do to bring it back, because that side stick does connect. And something that I really didn't highlight is that, yes, that is Blaze on Orion, not on Bryn, despite it being an armored spear carry.
We got completely thrown off by all the loadouts they had going on there. Now, I will say, like, look, I'm not good at guitars, so that's the reason why I didn't pick up this character. But watching Machete play with this loadout is actually making me want to play. It's making me want to switch over to this. But right now, Machete refusing Tasa to give up this first stock, playing around the spear D-Sig, playing around actually any attempts at knockouts from Blaze, and Blaze is going to need to find an answer to that quick. The Nair's going to get it back on, not going for recovery, goes for weapon toss up instead, just misses the recovery to find the knockout. Cider will finally do it, but he took so much damage beforehand.
Good punishes on the down-stick there. The Mako down-stick can be a little alarming depending on how you use it, because it has that steerability and you can steer it backwards a little bit, but Machete was using it for full forward momentum, and Blaze stuffed it out both times to take that stock. And now he's tacking on the damage of the lance, but the side sig surfs him all the way to the side of the stage. And I mean, we've gone from like ice to water, but it's still unusual about Apocalypse.
It is. There should, if you look in the background, he should be swimming on lava, not water.
Hey, he's just doing his part to be able to pull out the fires, okay? D-Light neutral signature.
Oh, what a play from Blaze, and he just misses out on catching him with the dare at the end there, just trying to keep that going. But that did get him at least back into the game.
Yes, and the neutral sig will actually completely get him back into the game there. Blaze really popping off on the spear, getting the knockouts with the lance, and now bringing it in to an even game on game number 1.
There is no passive play between these two. Well, actually, I think that was the longest that I've seen these two not interact. Yeah. Just there. Everybody, as soon as one hit comes in, they just keep it going.
Oh, we got to see that steerability there. Machete, because he didn't gravity cancel it, but he used it from the platform, he was able to like sort of steer the Typhoon there with that down signature. Down air, doesn't land with it, goes in for that downlight bridge, and can't get anything off of the Greatsword. But that side stick, so much success from it, and he knocks the weapon out of Blaze's hands. Let's see if he can get this knockout here with the recovery, maybe? No, he goes for a ground pound instead. We can see him looking for it, but that weapon throw forward means that Machete finds himself unarmed.
The amount of stage control that side stick has had on this stage has actually been kind of crazy. I feel like Blaze might move away from this, whether he wins or loses this round. It doesn't matter. But he does have an opportunity to get back in. Nair lines up. He's got him in the skies, and he tries to catch him on the landing, but a sidelight misses out. Tries to go for the side air, and that's a big punish on the Nair. It's going to be Machete taking the first game.
Yeah, really solid game 1 from Machete. Liked what I saw from Blaze. Even though we're going to be getting these highlights for Machete, we had that crazy stock where he ended with the neutral sig spike, and then the last neutral sig take him off the top. But that 460 damage from Machete's Greatsword means that that's definitely what he has prepared for today's tournament, and likely what he's preparing going into BCX, right? And we were talking about how he has literally a linear placement throughout the year of that 5-4-3. Getting in the top 2 would be huge for him, and I mean, as funny as it is to have numbers go down by 1, he would like the win, right?
Yeah,
he would like to just skip that second place and go to first.
He definitely would like to get that first place finish, but you have to go through the person who's only had first place finishes to do that throughout this year. But another important stat factor for Machete in that last one was 10 SIGs came out, 30% hit, most of those 30% being that side sig on Greatsword. That covers so much space. that you can't really afford to steer at when you're playing something like Lance. But Mako is going to push him off stage, but Tete having stage control still here. Thompson, he hasn't been hit yet. That was a 0 to knockout. Perfect stock.
That was such an awesome stock. He got on the platform, and then he, like, slide charge pivoted the down sig, got the edge of the tornado, and then came back onto the stage, repositioned for the Sair, got the spiking hitbox with the Qatar Sair to secure the 0 to death. Machete really showing an awesome show with the Qatars after just doing 460 damage on Greatsword. Yeah. I'm loving this.
And even on the Greatsword, even if it doesn't get like the read off, he's still getting 2 pieces constantly. He's getting his damage in, and it's resetting over and over again. Of course, switching over here, Blaze has not been able to find any hits. It's been minimal at that. He's going to go ahead and get himself access to the spear. D-Light Cider is going to send him off stage as he closes it out with the down air. No tries to catch him. Cider, and he closes it out himself as soon as he saw the jump. Taza instantly reacting with that side stick, and he has a huge lead.
If you get caught by that side stick at the edge, I don't care what stage you're on. If it's like orange, you're probably going down. You are
That's a Tori too, so you're definitely going down.
The surf is taking you all the way. Oh, he dashes back and he gets the sidelight finisher. Side air, is that a 3-stock? Blaze can't even make it back, and Machete surfs up 3-stock going into game number 2. I mean, and Blaze feels like he's searching. I liked the Orion in game number 1. It felt like he had a matchup against Machete, but the switch over to the Hattori just made Machete go on the guitar show. And we're getting that nair, touches, get the jumps back, and then he fades back around the weapon for the Sair. I didn't even catch that the first time. Shoutouts to production. Replays are sick. We're going in again.
True. Replays are sick.
That's awesome.
Actually, facts. And
that Machete was just... That was phenomenal.
Another fact, too, is the fact that Machete is up lifetime 10-6 in the set. So it's not like it's far off. You know, it's a 4-game win record, but Blaze has done it before. Right now, that consistent win record is looking like it's going to continue as Blaze finds his way over to the 3rd character within the set, going over to Ogrim, getting back on the Lance, and hopefully has an answer. But Machete's playing like he absolutely has none, and he's not going to let him get it as he tries to read that dodge. He had it covered with the Nair, too. Yeah, the Blaze Olgrim's a classic pick coming out here. The Bran is the only thing that we haven't seen that I'm, like, kind of surprised by. And I think the Spear was doing the best for him in game number 1, but he opts for the Lance instead. Because both characters have the Axe. So Machete fighting against this. Game looking pretty good so far, and Blaze on the Axe has actually been keeping up with damage as that Cider comes through, and Blaze could take the first stock. I think that's actually the biggest thing, is that he hasn't... Oh, goodbye. Goodbye. We're going to ride you right off stage. And it takes him down while he's doing it, too. The fact that you, like you said, it doesn't really matter what character you're playing. Being in the orange and getting hit by that, especially if you get dragged off like that, you're done. And the hit ratio for Machete so far has been huge. Actually, last game, it was 50% of them hit. Ooh, that's crazy. Especially, and a lot of those were the down signal guitars that time. True, as well. It was a mix-up. Yeah, so Machete is just putting out even more damage with Mako's signature abilities. Down air, dodge out of the way. That downlight bridge dashed back out of Machete, getting so much damage through, but a solid Sair from Blaze will take the stock. Blaze now in orange here on game 3. And Blaze is going to go ahead and switch over to the Lance. I actually feel like he wanted to stay on Axe, like mentally, but getting over here to the Lance, he's going to at least find his side air. He needs to find a way to make this Lance work to beat out the ground of the gameplay. He's been getting hit by a lot of these D-Light bridges, like you're saying before, and he's not been able to win neutral outright. That being said, it actually has been working so far up until that point. He tried too aggressively to get back down, and Machete just saw right through it. Yeah, desynchronized off the top of the stage there. Those nairs were meaty, and now Blaze going forward. That downlight bridge, sidelight, downlight bridge, sidelight finisher. Side air forces the dodge through, falling Sair onto the ground, and he dodges out of that side stick and just barely whiffs the punish. But hey, as long as you're not getting hit by that move, that's good news for Machete. Blaze, on the other hand, really needs to finish out the stock, and Machete just keeps catching these landings with the sidelight opener. He's seconds away from going from... Actually, he's not even going to need it. He's not even going to need the side stick. He just needed to get him one time with the dare. Weapon toss down, shuts it down. And that is a 3-0 finish from Machete. That is, bar none, the most dominant game that we've seen so far amongst all of these matches that pop up here. And I look, after what I just saw, we talked about the uptrend of Machete's placings a couple times. That right there is someone who I could see making the podium. Yes. I think seeding might be playing perfectly here today. This is the most... What am I trying to think of the word for this?
Machete has played a lot of Legends in bracket. This is the most where I've seen him like prepared with a specific legend, with specific legend strategies than I have in a long time.
Yep.
Like Machete, to me,